Now I imagine more people are being driven into restaurants as they try to avoid our beaches for now.
I'm hungry already looking at that food. We did get some mixing up of the air, so let's help with the irritation we're getting from the fumes coming off of the red tide. But it was a stormy late afternoon, as we can see in our time lapse from the ABC7 tower cam. And you can see the rain shafts coming down from those storms and the beautiful cloud formations swirling around as that shelf cloud moved offshore, and the storms even got stronger when they went out of the Gulf of Mexico. We had fairly dull sunset, though, throughout most of the Sun Coast. 80 at this hour. It's still, the storms didn't cool us off that much. The dew point is 77, very humid, humidity 90%. And our high today of 95 was 1 degree shy of the record set back in 1993-96. We're pretty close to normal for the morning low temperature. Now here is the satellite image showing the blossoming of that storm area. There's a collision front between the Gulf Coast sea breeze and that flow coming in from the Atlantic that triggered that just explosive development. You can see it right there. And it occurred right along the coast because the Gulf Coast sea breeze only made it in about 5 miles when it came in contact with that easterly flow, and then boom, that's what happened. But look, they even intensified further out in the Gulf of Mexico due to the warm Gulf waters all evening long. Been looking out in the Gulf, you've been seeing a lot of lightning out there. That's why. Looking upstream, nothing to speak of left over Florida heading our way, so we should be pretty much done for those thunderstorms for the rest of tonight. High pressure is what's causing this. It's that Bermuda high from stretching all the way through the southeastern United States, creating a due easterly wind flow across the state. That combined with the Gulf Coast sea breeze is creating that pattern. And that's going to be what we'll see all week long, but tomorrow we may not have as great a coverage of storms. Highs today, 95 at Chicago, 91 at New York City, 93 at Toronto. Phoenix 113, Death Valley, the nation's warmest with 117 today. The Gulf of Mexico, Caribbean, and Atlantic are quiet, but things are heating up in the Pacific. This is Tropical Storm Ileana that formed today just off the coast of Mexico. And we have a Category 4 hurricane, Hector, out in the Pacific. You can see the eye swirling around there. The National Hurricane Center predicting it to weaken very slowly, but still maintaining Category 2 force when it passes to the south of the Hawaiian Islands on Wednesday, with winds sustained of about 105 miles per hour. The outer bands of that storm could bring rain to the Big Island of Hawaii, where Kilauea volcano is currently spewing lava into the Pacific. Now here's our futurecast that takes us for the next couple of days, and it's got a handle on the storms that are just moving offshore now. As we move toward the morning hours, things quiet down. Tomorrow afternoon, about 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, another round develops, maybe not as much coverage. And then the same thing happens Tuesday afternoon with more coverage, I think, and maybe heavier storms. You can see 5 o'clock Tuesday, Futurecast is predicting that. If you get out on the water tomorrow, away from the red tide in the open Gulf, easterly winds in the morning, northerly in the afternoon 5 to 10, seas only 2 feet. And if you can find a good beach, we keep giving a beach forecast, hoping that things will get better. 90 degrees the high temperature, the water temperature 91. Well, the storms are ending, and our low temperature tonight will be 74 degrees, pretty close to normal. And tomorrow will be a partly sunny day. 20% chance of late storms, high 92, and the 7 days shows that rain chance goes up as we move toward the week to a 50% chance on Wednesday. And then off and on, we're going to see 30, 40, 50% into next weekend, maybe a greater chance of storms next Saturday. That's your weather, Adam.